Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name's Michelle. I'm joined today with Kelly and 23 of our penguins. Now, popular question that's often asked is, what do we feed our penguins? Well, they do get restaurant quality food. They get a mixture of herring and capelin, and depending on the penguin is what they will eat. Certain penguins only want one type of food. Certain penguins will eat both, and then there are some that will change throughout the year. Now you'll notice that we're sitting up here and they're kind of hanging out. We offer them, Matson just had a herring. We offer them food 3 times a day, but they can be very picky on how and what they're eating. So it's much like feeding a 3-year-old. So that's Admiral, he just got a herring. A lot of times the penguins either want us to come to them, like Robbie. I'm holding out. Robbie, you can come up here. You already ate this morning, so I know that you're just kind of hanging out there. The penguins are actually in their migration mode, and so you're going to see a lot more penguins in the water than coming up on deck. This is when they would be foraging. This is when they would be moving from point A to point B, trying to get fattened up for what's soon to be the breeding season in about 3 to 4 months. So what we're seeing right now is the penguins reacting to kind of any outside stimulus. So as all of a sudden there is a noise or something startles them, you're going to see, yeah, just like that, but a little bit louder if you were to do that. So what we want to do is not do that, because that's actually that could be kind of mean to the penguins, especially during our feeding time. But penguins, like I said, kind of are like little 3-year-olds. Sometimes they want to eat, sometimes they don't, depending on how the food is given to them. She didn't want that one. Now, the big thing is I have to make sure to pick these up, because we do have seagulls around that we don't want them to get the food. She wants to try again. How about that one? Nope. I'll try it a couple of times, but sometimes she just wants to be up here with us. You want to try one more time? There she goes. 3rd time's a charm. So that was Paddles. Now, like I said, all of them are staying in the water a lot more, but if you want to see them in the water, we have 2 cameras that are hooked up through explore.org. We have an uptide one and one that is underwater, so you can still see all of our penguins when they are swimming. Now, we do have Magellanic penguins in here, but you might notice that they look a little bit different. There he goes. Robbie got his. We have 2 penguins, and I'll use the penguins that are right up here. This is Gats, and that is Cleo. Now, the way that I can tell that, number one, is they have distinctive coloration beads that tells me who's who, but also I can tell because of the fact that Gats is an adult. He has that double black bar across his chest, and if you look at Cleo, she does not, and that's because Cleo just hatched in May, and so she is what we call a juvenile. They're almost the identical size, because out in the wild you need to get big very quickly, but the difference is in the feathers. Now, once they go through their molt, Cleo will look exactly like Gats. They'll have that double black band, and we actually have 3 youngsters in our exhibit right now. We have a total of 23 penguins, 20 adults, and 3 juveniles, and it's pretty easy to pick out those juveniles. They stand out just because they don't have that double black band. And you'll notice that the juveniles tend to like to be on deck a little bit more. Now, so does Gats as well as Admiral, because they have a tendency to be a little bit more attached to humans than they are to other penguins. Now, if you look, we have kind of these holes in the back and along the side. Those are their nest boxes. So you'll see penguins going in and out of those. Right now they're not defending them because it's not that time of year. But you will see some of the youngsters going in and out of them. And occasionally you'll see the adults kind of kicking out the youngsters. We have a few pairs that are already indeed pair bonded. And they utilize those nest boxes for when they do breed. But that's not until the new year. Well, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign off because it looks like everybody's pretty much done eating their lunch. I would like to say thank you for coming to the aquarium because your admission does help us take care of all of our penguins. So for myself, Kelly, and all 23 penguins, we hope you enjoy your day here at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and we hope to see you again real soon.